I'm quite sure you didn't hear the story today because I believe it was buried underneath the news that Trump is indeed alive. Big climate news today. More than 85 scientists has called out the U.S. Department of Energy for putting out a climate report that says is full of errors and misleading claims. So let's break it down because this is indeed a very big deal. So here's the context. The Department of Energy that's currently under the Trump administration recently released a climate report. But here's the catch. Instead of using the usual peer review process of board panels of experts, Energy Secretary Chris Wright handpicked 5 authors, and all of them are skeptic of climate change. So now you have environmental groups like the Union of Concerned Scientists and the Environmental Defense Funds that are actually suing, saying that this whole process was done in secret and violated the law. So what is actually wrong with this Trump climate report? Well, climate scientists found several examples of where the information was cherry-picked and misrepresented. So here's an example. The report claims that rising carbon dioxide could be a net benefit to the U.S. agriculture. Yeah. But it leaves out that the more heat waves and extreme weather events, which are fueled by climate change, actually hurt crops. Another claim from the Department of Energy report, they say that there's no evidence of more intense drought. But scientists says that this is really misleading, okay, because it's only looking at rainfalls, ignoring the role of rising temperatures and evaporation. And there are many reports that are saying that climate change is making droughts worse. Now, here's why this is very important. The EPA has already cited that the DOE report, in its push to roll back the endangerment findings, that's the legal foundation for regulating climate pollution from power plants, cars, trucks, and methane. So this is just not an academic debate. What the Trump administration are doing is justifying less regulations on climate pollution moving forward. And this is why there's 85 scientists that are losing their minds. And these 85 scientists have submitted a rebuttal. They are saying that the Department of Energy report isn't comparable to legitimate climate assessments like the UN IPCC reports, which involve hundreds of experts and multiple peer reviews. What they're essentially saying is that the Department of Energy report is not based on science and is being used as a tool to delay action. So the open comment period on this report is closing soon, and it's going to be very interesting to what happens next. But for now, the scientific community is making it clear that the Department of Energy's report is misleading, and the stakes are way bigger than just one document. Let me know your thoughts.